Who you are is absolute happiness. Always. It's just that energy, that contraction, this pulling feeling, which is seeking, that gives the impression of dissatisfaction, of uncomfortableness. But it's merely a thought and a contraction. I need more. And underneath that is perfect happiness. That which is watching is always happy with what is. Our nature is happiness. Our birthright, Ramesh used to say, is happiness. It's just the thoughts and the ideas that I need more, which gives the impression of this. I'm this separate self, and I don't want certain experiences and want other experiences. And this continuous repeating of the story of who you are, what you need, what you want, what you've done, what's right, what's wrong, what's good, what's bad, the continuing talking in the mind, which gives, it also comes with an energy of, and it's that continuous yakkering also covers up the fact that nobody's there. There's nobody in this. There's just experiencing happening. The talking gives the impression that there's somebody existing in time and space. And it's irrelevant whether that person does exist or doesn't exist. We're just talking about happiness. And this constant talking creates a future, a past, relationships, how you can relate to others, what you need from others, what you want from others, how people have done bad things or good things to you in the past. And we live in that perpetual story. When you meet your friends, like, it's seen as a good thing to have lots of conversation about yourself. And when you meet your friends, it's talking about your story and then talking about their story, continuous chattering, which is a reflection of what's happening in the mind. When the mind's empty, there's very little to say. I don't mean empty as in no thoughts, I mean empty of that seeking, that one, that self. And here, on the spiritual path in Tirunamalai, rather than talking about the personal story, it's more about the seeking stories in the coffee shop. Which is a good teacher, which is a bad teacher, which one's helped you, which one hasn't. We don't know. The mind makes up all these stories about what's going on. Who they're going to go and see, what emotions they've released. And it's that continuous, repetitive story that's giving the impression and that pull that I am this body-mind. When it falls away, it's not that you go into consciousness, you were always that. It's just when it's removed, it's seen that you were always that. And there's always expansion. You could say, just to make it a bit more clear, well, this isn't quite how it happens, that when that falls away, there's an expansion into consciousness. But that's not quite right, because you always were consciousness. You were always that expansion. It's just the little veil and thoughts and energies that give the impression that you weren't. And when it falls away, you see you're absolutely nothing, in which everything arises. The no thing, but yet everything arises in that no thingness. And it goes on for infinity. It's all there is.